cage now here for this bantamweight fight at 135 pounds. Is Kevin Navas. Was a great high school wrestler. Had a bright wrestling vision. William Rodiles and Kevin Navas about to fight. Rodiles looks so confident backstage, relaxed. I'm looking forward to watching his MMA debut.
Here we go, Guillermo, 11th fight of the night. This is an MMA fight.
Both guys look in phenomenal shape here. Let's see what they have to offer.
Rodiles smiling coming into this fight.
Rodiles with a very interesting background. He says he specializes in Sambo. For those of you who are not familiar with it, that's what Fedor Emelianenko, that's what Habib Nurmagomedov, that's the background they come from. That's the old Soviet Russian like combat martial art.
Oh, it's kind of like has a little bit of everything in it.
It's got a bit of everything. It comes from the old Soviet states, from Russia, places like Dagestan.
Yep.
A lot of great MMA champions have come from that background. It's got a little bit of everything, striking, a lot of specialization in heel hooks and things of that nature, even though heel hooks are not allowed here, but there are some leg locks that are allowed. So let's keep an eye out for that.
It's a very, very interesting martial art, and let's see if we get to see some of it here tonight.
Speaking to Rodiles, he grew up watching MMA, so he's a huge fan of the sport. He's been training it for a long time. I expect to see big things from him here against Navas.
Rodiles with the black shorts. Navas with the short shorts.
And Navas, he's a former high school wrestler. He had a promising wrestling career cut short by blowing out his LCL and his knee, and then he switched it up into MMA, so I'd expect to see a bit more grappling from him here. Although he says he's well-rounded.
And that injury could definitely take you out for a very long time and actually bring down your confidence, but he seems to get it back here with mixed martial arts.
There's Navas using his wrestling as expected.
There it is. Has a lock. Nice front sweep, bringing down Rodiles to the ground, using that wrist control. Trying to get a plex in here, perhaps. No, Rodiles saw that one a mile away.
Rodiles has a Sambo background that he asserts he should have some stuff to threaten Navas with here on the ground. So let's see what he's got.
That left arm that he has, he's trying to grab it, throw him, sweep him, throw him down. Not using it. That's why I'm really curious to see this Sambo experience.
Yeah, I mean, if
there he is, he's trying to use it, but
Rodiles got to be careful there holding the fence. He could have rolled for a leg lock there for a knee bar, but Navas had a good hold of his waist, which made it hard for him to roll there.
And using the wrestling, of course, to bring down Rodiles to the ground. Now let's see what he does. Rodiles trying to search for a submission.
Let's see if Navas can improve his position using his wrestling. Let's see if he can advance past the guard here.
Gotta watch out with that up kick. He almost caught him in the face. There it is.
Huge up kick by Rodiles. Great job.
And that's exactly what his corner warned him. And he got hit.
Let's see what Rodiles tries to do here. Oh, it's running out of time. Trying to throw the leg up.
Go.
Oh, trying to get that.
Nice.
The round's about to end. Great job by Navas using his wrestling to control the first round and taking it.
Well, I can tell you that Rodiles is not the same fighter that we saw in the beginning of the round. He's not smiling anymore. Those pearly whites aren't coming out that much. He knows that he has a contest right in front of him.
Let's see if Rodiles does a better job of keeping the distance here to try to limit Navas' ability to close the distance and get a possible takedown. I can tell that Rodiles felt more comfortable trying to strike from a distance, but Navas wasn't letting him have it.
Absolutely not. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Second round in this amateur MMA fight at 305 Fights. Special thanks, National Health Transport Inc., 305 Fights Gym, and Region Security. Also providing our fight gear tonight is Knockout Fight Gear Miami. Visit them, knockoutboxing.us.
Both of these fighters are in phenomenal shape, so unlike a lot of the earlier matches where the guy that was losing was too tired to actually do what his corner was telling him to do, I think Rodiles got an opportunity here to change things up and possibly change the direction of this fight.
Well, let's see what we got. This is the second round.
If he's smart, he's going to find a way to use his kicks, possibly to keep the distance or maybe even his jab, because the kicks could lead to a takedown, so we got to see what happens here.
Rodiles being very, very smart, keeping his hands up. You get some fighters nowadays, Gamer, they just love to have their hands down. They think they're Floyd Mayweather, but it's not the case. You always have to keep your hands up.
Navas said he's completely confident in every phase of the game. Let's see if he's willing to stand here with Rodiles or if he's going to resort back to using the wrestling that helped him win the first round.
Rodiles not smiling much in this second round. He knows he has a strong opponent in front of him.
Absolutely. Navas is very, very technical, although look at he's trying to put his hands behind his back. That might not be such a wise move against Rodiles.
Navas not using his wrestling as much as he was in the first round.
Huge punch by Navas.
He hasn't even taken a takedown yet. Ooh, nice right by Navas.
Navas moving in on the single leg. Good job by Rodiles, shucking him off and being able to get back to his feet.
That's pure wrestling. Dumping that leg, as they like to call it.
There's the outside leg kick by Navas.
He needs to keep working and chop him down and follow up with some strikes.
Excellent job by Navas trying to limit what Rodiles can do. His best way to win is by striking, take away that leg. Not only does that make Rodiles' striking that much less effective, but it makes Navas' takedowns that much more effective. Wise move by Navas.
Navas trying to use that 1-2. Punch the air.
Navas looking like he's got a bit of a cut there.
There's a
bit of a
wrestling.
hematoma on his eyebrow.
Can see a beautiful wrestling by Navas. Beautifully executed.
And off into side control now.
And he went back to his bread and butter.
He's got Rodiles close to the fence here. Let's see if he can take advantage of this position to land some nice ground and pound.
Now using the cage.
Rodiles trying to use the cage to spring back over here. Try to get out of this dominant position from Navas.
25 seconds to it.
Got less than half a minute left in this round. Looks like another round in the bank for Navas. Had the edge in the striking and in the grappling in this round.
Yeah, Navas again using his body, put all his weight, and that exhausts Rodiles. When you put all that body,
Rodiles is going to need a finish here in the third round, and I don't think it's going to come on the ground. He's got the energy and the cardio and the ability to get the knockout, but I see that as his only path to victory at this point.
And great sportsmanship by Navas, helping Rodiles get up. As we get ready for this last and final round in his amateur MMA fight, scheduled for 3 rounds here at 305 Fights. Coming to you to the 305 Fights at the Miami Scottish Rite. Once again, special thanks to Knockout Fight Gear. They are the ones providing all the fight gear tonight here for our great fighters. Also, National Health Transport, Regent Security, who's providing our security tonight. Our next event is May 18th, right here at the Miami Scottish Rite. Also, special thanks to Gladiator Sports and Fitness, who sponsored our trophies tonight. Third round, Guillermo.
Navas looking extremely confident. Rodiles has not done anything to Navas so far in this fight of significance. And Rodiles is going to have to find a way to get a finish here. And I don't think it's going to come on the ground. He's going to have to get the knockout somehow.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Navas has just got to either stay all the way out and circle or get the takedown, get inside. And what he's got to do is not stay in the medium distance where Rodiles could possibly land something of significance. Rodiles much more active than he was in the first 2 rounds right now. He knows he's risking getting taken down, but what else can he do? He's got to get the finish.
Navas needs to stick to his wrestling. It was effective from the beginning.
Rodiles clipping Navas there. He didn't like that one too much. Like I said, Navas has got to stay way on the outside where Rodiles can't get to him, or he's got to get inside and get in the clinch and in the wrestling where he dominates. Just can't stay in this medium range where Rodiles can land something big.
Yeah, Navas can't stick. He has to go back to the wrestling. There it is.
Good job by Navas getting on the inside. Getting the takedown and taking the fight where he's dominant.
11th fight of the evening. We still got 4 more fights, including 2 title fights later on tonight.
Yes, we got 3 MMA fights and 1 kickboxing match remaining. Stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of action still remaining here at the Scottish Rites Temple in Miami, Florida for 305 fights where champions rise.
3 fights, including one for the vacant 125-pound championship, and the main event, our champion Cheyenne Serrano, 145-pound gold on the line. He defends it.
Rodiles just here in the close guard, not throwing up any submissions. It's going to be tough, especially when he's caught up against the fence like he is. Also not using butterfly guard to try to scooch up or get back onto his feet. Not trying to wall walk right now. He's just laying there. If this continues this way, he's on his way to a unanimous decision defeat.
Easily unofficially, this is the unanimous decision for Navas. He controls his entire fight with his wrestling.
It's already advanced to half guard. And back in the good job by Rodiles getting back to full guard, the close guard, but he's not throwing up those legs, not trying to make anything happen. He's just trying to survive here and mitigate what Navas can do.
And once again, Rodiles tried to go in for an arm bar. That didn't work for him this time again.
You can tell Navas, though, he's not taking too many risks. He's not trying to ground and pound it. He's not trying to get a submission. Not really trying to advance position. He's just holding it here, and he knows he's on his way to a decision victory.
Just killing time. It's like Tom Brady and the New England Patriots holding on to the ball, killing the clock.
Not taking too many risks, not leaving himself open to submission, and he's less than 10 seconds away from a thorough victory here over William Rodiles.
Well, Guillermo, easily, unofficially, we got to get Navas with those heavy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go for a judge's scorecard, and our judges have called this career winner.